Yeah, it's all right, girls. It's only a man. You've seen one of them before. Go on inside.
At last, a proper classroom.
Looks a bit wonky to me.
You're not the only one.
You don't deserve a nice new classroom. Go on, off it. That's right, girls. Men, something some of you could take a lesson from, so watch and learn. But for the moment, shift.
Give us a fag.
Oh, the smoker, eh? That's what stunted your growth, mate.
You're smoking.
Now.
Kendall, what do you think you're doing?
Watching and learning, sir.
Oh, I see. Right. Watch. And learn. Because that goes for you and all.
Lovely, isn't it, Mrs. W? Clean and quiet. The only thing wrong with school is kids. Oh, yes.
It's just for now. The art room's full.
They are a fire hazard.
Oh, thanks.
Here, you've forgotten to collect the fine, haven't you?
Of course not. It's the amnesty, Mr. Griffiths. That's why people are bringing them back.
Let it have off scot-free. The world has gone balmy.
Oi, watch it, or I'll see you later. Your record's stuck, ain't it? First time back since your suspension, and you're just the same.
Gangway, please.
We've been invaded.
Flippin' heck.
Share the desk, please. It's just for the announcements. Our two-form tutor's been held up.
Oh, get away with much today.
How funny. Imelda, you want to have a party? Have it in your own desk, eh?
I've been taught by a big brother. I ain't got a big brother.
Now, communication. I hope we've all been thinking about communication over the holidays.
Yeah, my brother communicated. That girl has this thing, got measles, didn't he?
You do all remember our discussions about a new school magazine. We were deciding whether a paper was the best way to talk to each other. Vince, put him down.
Gently. So we've heard all this before.
Well, that's as maybe. But there's a meeting of spec in room 10 at lunchtime. Now, those of you who've been voted on for the committee will be attending, but as it's an open meeting, anyone can go along. I expect you're all bursting with ideas. You look about as excited as a load of hyperactive puddings. Well, it's your school, and you've only yourselves to blame if you don't have a say in how it's run.
It's stupid. If we did decide to have a new uniform, flat jackets, pyjamas and Arsenal hats, Miss McCluskey could still stop us.
Not necessarily. You'd have to write about it in the paper, run a campaign and get everyone on your side.
I ain't wearing Arsenal colours for no one, and I'll do anyone who makes me.
See, who needs a magazine? People like her and Miss McCluskey always get their own way.
Listen, Spec will be able to collect the opinions of all the quiet people. Vince, stop that! The quiet people who normally don't have a say. This time, numbers rule, OK?
Yeah, you're bad to say that doing maths, isn't you, sir?
Secondly, judging by the bulges in some of your school bags, you haven't forgotten that there's still an amnesty for those people returning overdue library books.
Yeah, I know someone who's bought back 5.
Well, the whole point about an amnesty is that's a pardon, an overlooking of past offences. So now's your chance to come clean.
Here you are. Got these from a couple of parents. They too scared of Griffiths to bring them in.
Nice of you to help, Roland.
No problem. Hey, Janet, if you knew someone who had, well, a big problem, something serious, but you couldn't talk about it, what would you do?
Well, that would depend what the problem was.
I think he's got this problem. Only...
Why do you look so scruffy today, Roland? If your dad's away, I could do your washing for you.
I'm not sure.
Well, I suppose you're back eating all that junk food.
But it must be affecting his health.
Roland, why didn't you just tell me?
Have you been listening to me or what? I forget it.
Roland?
Name?
What?
Big boy like you, and you don't even know your own name. What do they teach you?
Anthony Jones, G3.
What do you call them?
Books.
Well, it's a shame you don't read a bit quicker and bring them back on time. Walking in here expecting no one to see you. They are late.
Now, Mr. Griffiths, these are from my local library on communication. You know, opening up society so that we all know what's going on.
Oh, this is disgusting. Who is it always smokes just before I come in? Chris, do you have Louise Webb today?
No, not until Thursday.
Only I haven't seen her.
One takes one's life in one's hands nowadays, just to get a cup of coffee.
Maurice, have you seen Louise Webb?
She wasn't at registration. No doubt decided she'd drag her bored little self to school, like half her friends.
Oh, dear. I suppose I'd better find out if anything's wrong.
It's not you who smokes in here, is it?
Of course not.
I have to be here.
I should get him right out of things.
I've always been out of things anyway, who cares?
Right, shall we make a start? Well, as you know, we've decided to get together some sort of news sheet to let everybody else in the school know what's going on. So you can see what an important job the committee will have and how hard they're going to have to work.
Oh, sorry I'm late, miss. I got stopped by Mr. Griffiths. He only jumped out of a cupboard and accused me of carrying overdue books. He's gone mad.
Yeah, he stopped me. These aren't even books. It's nothing to do with him. Someone should tell him.
Please, we haven't much time. What does everyone think should be in the newsletter?
We thought you'd bring overdue books back.
Someone, anyone.
Yeah, and that I should pay a fine because he doesn't think amnesties are right. Fancy pouncing on everyone with books.
Yeah, fancy.
Come on. Usually we can't be moaning about the school.
Hey, you lot, let's shift some books.
Why?
Wind old Griffiths up. Look, if he's going people with books, we'll really make him work.
All right. Let's start with communication. Do you think we're told enough about what's going on?
Yeah, it's usually too late. And after important decisions have been made.
Yeah, too right.
So you think the information you get is useless because you can't act on it?
Right, so this newsletter thing, it's going to have to tell us about things before they happen, so we can have a say.
Where are you lot off to? Thought you wanted to learn something.
It's all right, miss, we already know what we need to.
It's not that we didn't like your ideas.
Yeah, not bad. Even if it is late.
We'll be off then.
What is this?
Well, not down to us, Governor. That was the natty bloke with a beard. Did his nut, didn't he?
And they say that staff should set an example, eh?
I know just how you feel, Governor. I know just how you feel.
Oh, dear,
Go!
Here! Hey, stop! Here! Here! You with the books! Stop! Here! Here! Stop! Here!
Come on, you want to get yourself fit.
And you want to get yourself an ashtray, mate.
Yo!
I can see you!
Yeah, but can you catch us?
Those last four boys in here, their names.
What boys?
Look, don't be obstructive, their names.
Mr. Griffiths, there's an amnesty on.
Ooh.
Oh, let's go.
box back into the art room without anyone noticing.
Oh, details, details. Smoke? No chance, stinks. Don't want to get the ash on my gear, do I? Should have sat there then. That's where we stub out our fags.
Sorry, I don't think muckraking and apportioning blame about using the canteen is going to get us anywhere. Is it that important?
I think it is. You can see how strongly they feel about it.
I thought at least this paper would include some poems, some essays, perhaps some artwork, as well as news.
Look, if we can't even agree what's to be in it.
This is typical, isn't it? Staff arguing over something we're supposed to be organising. Come on, you. Hardly anyone spoke yet.
Look, I know I'm only a second year, but I think it should be like a fanzine. I've been collecting them over our holiday. See, there's cartoons and pictures and printing.
Oh, yeah. I think we can aim a little higher than a comic.
It's just a nice way of putting things together. See here, they've done a cutout written over it. Belmont's going to read anything. They'll read this.
Right. So why didn't you tell us about it sooner?
We did. We talked to Miss Partridge about it.
This is brilliant.
So if this is how we do it, what should we say in the first issue?
Well, I'd still like to know who's responsible for that canteen mess-up.
Yeah, let's put someone on the spot.
And what I'd like to know is who chose the colours for this dump and expect us to grow up with taste.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what really gets up my nose. Smoking.
That's it. Our opening topic. Smoking and getting people to stop. Everyone's got views on smoking.
Yeah, we could sponsor people to stop. That's it, I'm afraid, everybody. I'm sorry you haven't got any further.
Is it all right if we go with the first issue, miss?
Don't see why not.
Well, OK, we agree it's about smoking, but, Peter, how much do you think Mrs. McCluskey expects us to take charge?
Oh, don't worry, she'll love it.
Right. No problem.
Blimey, they think they can shove signatures around anywhere.
Oh, shut up. Who cares if we have to have drama in the cloakroom? Just so long as we get a lesson.
You hear that? Bertles likes drama lessons.
Nah, she just soft on Kennedy. Someone's been smoking in here.
Yeah, you can smell it.
That does it. I ain't staying in here. It's unhealthy.
All right, I see what you mean. Back to your place. Come on.
And there's a pile over here, sir. You must admit, sir, you can smell it. That and people's pink smells.
You're blushing.
All right, that's enough. So, how many people here smoke? Well, this rubbish didn't get here by magic, did it?
It's a Verges.
And if I asked them, they'd say it was someone else, yeah? All right, find a pot.
Gonna die of a smell, aren't I?
I'll try and stay alive, at least till the end of my lesson. Now, one partner smokes, the other one doesn't. Let's see how many excuses the smoker can make for keeping up the habit, right? Off you go.
It's me nerves. I can't start the day without that.
If you wasn't so full of nicotine, you wouldn't be shaking in the first place.
Good.
Nah, it'd be impossible to live with if I didn't smoke and my family'd hate me. But that's your husband, the one in the gas mask. I suppose it's the only way he can avoid the pollution.
Nice.
My granddad smoked like a chimney and lived to 84.
The bloke next door to us had just snuffed it. Lung cancer. He was 42. Of course, he only smoked 30 a day. Smoking's so sophisticated, ain't it? Especially when I buy me fag in this lovely, elegant holder. But why bother to look so nice if you smell so awful?
Watch it. Oh, Mr. King.
I'm sorry, Faye. Here, let me.
Look, you get the papers and I'll get the apples.
Right. Thanks. Is this all for the magazine? You don't waste any time, do you?
It's too important to mess up.
Now have a look at what you got so far.
I like getting home as it is, sir.
I'm interested, Faye.
Has Miss McCluskey asked you to keep an eye on us?
No, not really.
But it's obvious she's asked you to keep a finger on things. Otherwise, why is staff from the committee?
Do I look like a staff spy? I'm just interested.
The third did that.
Oh, great.
Oh, and this is something like good for the second year. Oh, and this is terrific collage.
Hang on a second. Look, can we grab a coffee or something so I can get a better look?
Yeah, all right.
Go on.
Somebody's with the maid. I've got all about Eloise. Maybe someone's seen her sister.
You want to live?
I tell Pretend we haven't heard.
Laura!
She'll only want to know what we're going to print. Well, for once, this is our magazine.
So you don't seem like a spy. If we're not careful, we'll just be saying exactly what you lot want us to say.
Well, if you choose your courses carefully.
Well, I like the idea of finding out why the temporary classrooms are so late. It was horrible using the canteen and getting all our clothes spoiled. On the one hand, staff want us to look neat and tidy, but they get all uptight and complain about food stains.
They get a bit confused, that's all.
They? Aren't you one of them?
Suppose I must be. So what about the anti-smoking campaign? That's a really good idea. Don't a lot of stunted kids leaving Grange Hill, do we?
You're not stunted. What did you only just start?
Me? But I'm not likely to take it to excess.
Aren't you?
I'm not that sort of person, Faye.
I only got your word for it, that you don't smoke too much and that you're not a spy.
Another coffee?
Yeah, then you can read this.
Lucky we saw you. Yeah, we forgot to ask you something.
What?
Well, you're in ship's class, aren't you? Louise Webb's sister.
Yeah. She's off. Something to do with her dad being ill. Now, is that what you wanted? Because I was enjoying quite a thing.
Quite a fag, more like. You on the spec committee. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Is it being a teacher's kid that makes you so nosy, or what?
Hello, girls.
Hello, Mr. Keane.
What's wrong with that?
Search me.
This one?
No, that's the editorial about smoking. But anyway, I'd rather you didn't see that one. Here's something to read. Yours?
Oh, she's only sharing the same cigarette with him. You'd better tell your mum. No, why should I? I'm not a sneak.
Freeze, you lot, freeze!
Morning, boys. Books, how nice.
Names.
Erica on embroidery. Hidden talents.
Shouldn't we be taking the boys' names, Mrs. McCluskey?
Oh, come now, Mr. Griffiths. There's an amnesty. Where's your spirit of fair play?
Well, it just seems odd letting everybody off.
Nonsense. They've done the decent thing and returned their overdue books. One day you'll go. Kathy knew with a certainty from deep within that one day she would find Chris gone. Didn't know you went in for romances, Gardner. Ah, better put these books in the art room. And boys, I want each of you to write me a précis of the top book on your pile.
What's a précis?
Nice to see you in charge again, Mrs. McCluskey.
Oh, that wasn't a punishment, Mr. Griffiths. That's part of their education.
Everyone's too busy to check what we've done. We might as well run it off.
Yeah, Faye said we should get on with it.
Maybe I ought to have a look at it before you run it off.
Oh, I think there's someone seeing this.
Danny? Could one person enter more than one designer?
He usually scarpers early for a fag.
Oh, I don't see why not. But don't forget, you've got to think of a title for the new magazine as well.
Maybe he's going to do us a front cover. Imagine.
Here you are, Chris. New magazine.
Thanks.
You could look at it.
It's a school magazine. I suppose you've read it from cover to cover?
Yeah, but I know what's in it. Different ways of keeping fit, that's all.
Oh, yeah, I know. Sprancing about in shiny leotards. Not for me, Liz. Hello. Granger's down to the Fleet Street. What have we here? You lot seen this?
Ah, the new Puritans. Cracking down on smoking, aren't they?
I'll say they are. It is intended that the anti-smoking campaign should extend into the staff room. As not only can we never see anything through the smog when we go in there, but it is a bad example to us all. Signed, the committee.
Yeah, I see that.
Sure.
Who is responsible for letting this through?
Don't stir up trouble, Morris. It's perfectly harmless.
If it is harmless, you have nothing to worry about. In the meantime, I suggest you delay circulating these pamphlets or whatever they are.
Come on. Anyway, it's too late to stop them now. Some of them are already out.
I don't know what you're worried about, Morris. You don't even smoke.
That is beside the point. We cannot have pupils telling staff what to do. It is the thin end of the wedge. Has Mrs. McCluskey seen this?
You don't mind, huh? I try to give up, but under these conditions, well...
So it's you who stinks this place out all the time?
And those two.
This is insupportable.
If you are telling me not to smoke, then you're playing straight into the hands of the kids.
Ooh, but Chris, a little bird tells me you held a drama session earlier in the week on smoking. Ah, don't give up too easily. I'm sure the little beasts will want to get some money out of you first.
Are you sure this is a good idea? You always have to take the easy way out, don't you? You always sound like your mother.
Do I? Jonathan! Jonathan, that's mine! Come back here! I'll tell Dad.
Oh, it's you.
I thought something must be wrong.
Yeah, that's right. My dad's back in hospital.
We're sorry, Louise.
Yeah.
We are sorry, really. And is your mum still away? Who looks after you?
I stopped with the kids while Cheryl was up at the hospital with Dad. Did your mum send you or what, Laura?
No, we just thought there might be something we could do to help.
Well, you can't. No one can.
Time for a smoke?
Get out of there, I'm delivering these. First edition of the magazine?
No, thanks.
All about smoking. There's going to be sponsored competitions to help people give up.
No chance.
Oh, there's always the competition for the logo. Weren't you asking Miss Booth about that?
Yeah. Here, hold this. Let's have a look.
You have the temerity to stand there in full view, smoking. You might at least try to hide the filthy habit.
Yeah. Do you think old Griffiths will want one?
Do we want to see him?
Yeah, I like the anti-smoking bit. Less space for his ladies to clear up. Paper!
Go away! I'm busy! It's out of bounds!
What did he say?
Come in, I think.
Vaders!
We thought you'd like to read this, sir.
Smoky in there, ain't it?
Boy, then I'll it.
Good card you got there, sir.
Shame it's on fire, eh?
No, look what you made me do!
Then you'll be glad to know it won't happen again, sir.
Hmm?
We're not allowed to smoke no more. Smoke-free zone.
And that includes you, sir.